because one, we're 1 minute past
Yeah.
because we were chatting away so much. And I'm laughing now because we've got sunshine all of a sudden. Hello, it's winter. You've got a halo or a little light above you. Look,
Yeah. It's
a
weird.
little light bulb.
Yeah, and for the first time this week, I haven't had to put my light on to go live, and yeah, but it still looks like I've got a light bulb on for some reason.
So I don't know what's going to happen with my light because as it comes out, it'll make some weird and wonderful things. But we're here. It's Meet Your Recruiter week. Catherine, I have loved this week. So what's been your highlight so far?
I think just seeing everyone's different interpretations of the prompts. I mean, particularly we're talking about 2023 and just the variety of different things that were shared. Yeah, the little windows into people's lives, getting to learn more about a community that's, new to taking part in this and has been taking part in this for a while. Also, I think I've really enjoyed having different guests on during the week on the daily workout. You're really my only other coach that's has come on this week. Otherwise, we've had people that have taken part in the challenge in previous rounds come and join me and sort of give a little insight into what it means to them, not just what it means to us, which, yeah, it's nice.
Fantastic. Well, the reason I'm here is because I suggested Zeitgeist and everyone went, what? So let's just clarify that. So Zeitgeist, the actual sort of dictionary definition is the defining spirit or mood of a particular period of history. So very much sort of in the arts with regards to film and books and things like that, but we can use it for the recruitment industry as well. So the defining spirit or mood of a particular period. So what would you say it is from your understanding in the recruitment industry at the moment?
Yeah, I've sort of struggled with this because Zeitgeist feels like such a big picture thing. It's almost like I'm being asked, okay, 10 years from now, when you look back, what are we going to think of when we say like 2023, 2024? And yeah, that's difficult, isn't it? Because 2020, 2021, I'm already sort of crystallizing into, well, COVID. That was pretty obvious, really.
That's really good, Zeitgeist, actually. We'll call it the COVID years, won't we? There will be that period of time that's just referred to as the COVID years.
And I think, that has had lasting impact. We are still in the COVID years, obviously. It's still around, it's still impacting us, the world of work, just our lives. But yeah, we're starting to emerge into, well, what else is impacting us? And yeah, I think like AI is so permeating. It feels like it's permeating everything right now. It's this question, and it's not, are you going to do something with AI? The question seems to be, what are you going to do with AI? Like, it's a foregone conclusion. Of course, we're doing something with that. We can't be just sort of leaving that on the table to see what happens. So I feel like that is sort of something that, whether or not this is the moment, but it's certainly something has happened, hasn't it, in the last sort of 12 months.
I saw something last night, actually, and they were talking about how things move quickly, and that 2 years ago it was all about the metaverse. And actually, is anyone talking about that anymore? I might have to go and change my curtains because that sun's coming out really bright now. But certainly from a recruitment point of view, if you think 2022 was the great resignation, wasn't it? Where everyone was suddenly moving because we'd had 2 years of no movement. And I think that's going to be what's happening this year as well. I saw a post last night, or the day before, actually, with regards to what's happening. And Venetia, thank you, Venetia, did a poll for us. So she's joining in on Meet Your Recruiter. So let me just share her page. So if we can put the link to that poll in the chat, and then you can go and quote on it yourself. But I thought, this is interesting. I'm just going to make this massive. So this was on our top tips for CVs one on Tuesday. Have you updated your CV for 2024? Great post. And actually, look at that. 35% have already updated it. We were like, day 9 at that point into the year. with another 13% on it.
I think it's the 43% that said no. I mean, that leaves us with 57 that are basically, well, they've either done it or they're thinking about it, aren't they? Or that it doesn't need updating, it was already good.
Yeah.
So 57% of people either have a CV that's good to go or are working on it, and that's yeah.
It's a lot, isn't it? So let's just have a look as we're highlighting Venetia. Let's have a look through. So new job, she's got a job in Guatang, and we've got our Zeitgeist one on here as well. So what have we got from here? Yeah, say what? COVID, AI, higher purpose and explored, and people matter. People coming together, apart from taking care of their body and their mind, taking care of their spiritual. I've seen a lot of that this year. A lot of slow down for recruiters. Everything
that
doesn't
was certainly a theme for me last year. Slowing down. I perhaps even slowed down a bit too much, but I think that was needed. I was just talking to Pip, my partner, last night about how I'd been kind of all work for a couple of years. Then last year I was almost all life. It sort of just feels like I'm emerging into perhaps something that's more of a balance between work life, and it's something we talk about all the time in recruitment, but maybe up until now, had a lot of it been just talking about it.
Yeah,
I think really starting to prioritize it now.
Yeah, so that might be your zeitgeist. That's going to be the feeling and the mood surrounding recruitment, that actually we need to look after ourselves a little bit more, because it is a tough job. We know that, and therefore it's really important. This is annoying me so much, so I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, I was just about to say, we are looking after other people in a sense, aren't we? Other people's careers, other people's businesses, helping them hire the right talent. And I always think of, when you're sitting on an aeroplane and they're talking about the oxygen masks and how you put your own on before you help anybody else. And and how can we help get other people to the life that they desire and they deserve, if we aren't also kind of doing the same for ourselves first?
Yeah, and this is nice because we had 2023 on Monday. We saw everyone's looking back. Tomorrow is 2024, so we're going to be looking at everyone looking forwards. So we're sort of just on the cusp here. So yeah, where are you now? What's going on? What's the feeling? What's the mood? And we have an announcement to make.
Yes, this is very now, because it's happened sort of this week.
It happened yesterday afternoon. So yeah, literally, I can announce this. So I'm going to show some cover shots.
Ooh.
And you can get to choose which one you like. So hiring happenings, Zeitgeist, what's going on? Recruiting Jim have got a new podcast that will be coming out monthly at the last week of the month, every month. And it's hiring news brought to you every month with a pestle twist. Love a pestle twist. So we need to explain what pestle is, because this is what I found as well, a pestle analysis. I've been talking about this for about the last 6 months, getting advice, information, and we can confirm as of yesterday that the podcast will be sponsored by Monster.
Yay! Thank you, Monster.
So the pestle analysis is political, economical, sociological, technological, legislative, and environmental. All those big topics that actually impact us all and do impact us in business. But what we're finding is the recruiters of now, at the moment, have lost a little bit of business acumen. They've been so busy in like 21, 22. Phil. If you've come in during that time, it was all about sourcing, wasn't it? God, yeah, you and Van were manic during that time. 23 was more about BD and getting new clients. But people, and we've seen posts this week when people talking about the 23, didn't necessarily take a back step and look at the bigger picture and what was going on and be prepared for it. So I want to bring this back to the recruitment industry so that each month we'll look at the zeitgeist of what's going on in each of these areas. So we've got that one. We've got a yellow one. Depends. You can choose which one you
I'm
like.
preferring the purple so far, personally.
Okay, let's have a look. This is
Ooh.
their lighter purple on there. And again, we're playing around these. They'll get to choose the end, but I would like to get people's inputs as well. Dark purple with yellows instead, and then the teal with a little bit of pink. That's my favourite. I'm going to leave it on that. But which one was yours?
I think one of the purple ones. I'd have to
Okay.
see it again, I think.
And we've got purple, those two, like blue, and then we've got the purple at the front with the pink. Are you purple and blue or purple and
I don't think I really have much. I feel like, yeah, either of the darker purples for me.
Okay, all right then. So yeah, so thank you, Charlotte, for designing that. We've got guests booked already for the first 6 months. The way this is going to work is PESTLE has 6 letters, perfect. So we're going to run it twice through the year. The first 6 months will be UK focused. And this is the key thing with the PESTLE. You could do a local PESTLE just for your area. I used to supply, my first job in recruitment was only a 5-mile radius. That's all we had. So you do your PESTLE analysis on what's going on in that local area, and you'd be talking to local government with regards to political environment will be what's happening that's impacting, and certainly sort of new roads and new locations. Loved it whenever there was a new business park being built, you were like woohoo, and you would go and talk to the contractors and find out who's responsible for selling the buildings, and then you would get to them, and then you would be in with them before the buildings were even built, finding out who was buying them so that you could get in touch, because they need the staff for when they open. So it's no good waiting until they open and go, oh, we're here. No, you've missed it all. So it's that type of thing you could do on a local basis. We're going to do it for the UK. So we've got all guests that are very UK focused. For example, in the first one, we've got Kate Shoesmith from the REC, who lobbies our government on a monthly, if not weekly basis. She's got great insights into politics and what's going on there. And a lot of consultants, they start off thinking, okay, well, that's all too big picture, and does that really impact me? And it's only when you get into the detail, you go, oh my God, it impacts me every day. It impacts my clients and my candidates. And it means that I can have really interesting conversations and really elevate the consultant part of my job, because that's what we're meant to do. We're recruitment consultants. We're meant to consult. We're meant to have knowledge on all of these things. And you don't have to be a subject matter expert on politics or economics or anything like that. You need to find out what's going on and then ask your clients, how is this going to impact you? Yeah, what knock-on effects this going to have when this new piece of legislation comes in? They go, what new piece of legislation? You go, oh, this is coming in on the 20th of April. You know, they're like, well, okay, tell me all about it. What is it? We need to do some research. So it's those type of conversations that can make an impact. So we'll have two guests on the podcast every month who will have a passion for the topic. That's been the premise. I've said to them, if you haven't got a passion for it, I don't want you. I want people that really want to know about all of this stuff. So we'll get the zeitgeist of what's going on in these areas, and then we will relate it to recruitment. So one guest is going to be very in the recruitment world. One guest doesn't need to be, but they'll have knowledge and a passion for this topic, and then we'll relate it back. So you can tell I'm really excited about this. I've been thinking about it for months. And whenever I've spoken to owners of businesses, they're like, oh my goodness, yeah, we used to do this and it was great for our business and it helped us to plan and to have those conversations, and it's just sort of got dropped off a little bit. So we definitely could be doing that. What's Pascal saying? PESTLE is a good socio-economic analysis. Well, yeah, that's 2 of them, the S and 1 of the E's, but you've got another 4 in there as well. So let's do from those. Monster, yeah, so we've now got 3 wonderful sponsors for the things that we do for free for the industry. Firefish, obviously, our sponsor on the daily workout here. Thank you so much. We've got some free training in the next couple of weeks for Job Adder. So if you're onboarding new starters, we need to get that link in there as well, so that that's going to be part of the zeitgeist this year as well. As people either look to the people they've already taken on and realise we were so busy we didn't do much training with them, or we didn't onboard them fully, get in with the Job Adder training that they're offering this month. That's going to help you. and of course then Monster as well. So 3 fabulous companies to work with. We're really lucky in that point. And Monster has so much data. So that's going to be perfect for all of these. They're going to be able to share all of their data and their research that they do as part of the podcasts. We have got Wendy McDougall on the IT one, so the technological one, that's going to be Wendy, and Hung, that's going to be one, isn't it? So what's that, T for? That'll be April. Looking forward to that one already. Thank you, Charlotte, for sticking in. This is going to come out on Spotify. We've got 7 channels that you can get the podcast on. We do have a podcast, we've just not really been using it that much, so now we've got a reason to, with Hiring Happenings. It'll also go on our YouTube. If you're a visual, you'll get to see us talking and doing it that way as well, so do subscribe to those now. As I say, we'll be recording it in 2 weeks time, and then it will come out the last week. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited. So we've got your quote on that.
I know this has been a real passion project for you, hasn't it? So well done.
Yeah, definitely, because again, I love having these types of conversations, but there are so many people that don't even consider it when they're in recruitment, and it can make such a difference. The difference between being sort of a good to great recruitment consultant. So yeah, you'll be hearing more about it. It's literally hot off the press from yesterday afternoon. So we'll be cracking on with that. Wonderful. So Zeitgeist then, get your posts out. What's your feeling? What's your mood about our industry? Or it could be your own Zeitgeist. What's your feeling, your mood going on? But probably more for 2024 tomorrow. So looking forward to that as well. Fantastic. We'll be inviting people as well, won't we, Catherine?
Yes, so tomorrow, if you've been taking part in Meet Your Recruiter Week over on LinkedIn, and you're here tomorrow morning, we may well invite you to join us on screen. You can either accept or decline, completely up to you, no pressure. But yeah, we would love to have you here. So if you come on the Crowdcast platform, rather than watching live on LinkedIn, as that is another option. But if you come over to Crowdcast, we will be able to invite you on. And yeah, share what you have been up to this week, how you've got on, how you found it. We'd love to know.
Brilliant. Love that one. Fantastic. So we're back here tomorrow at 9. We've got Ask the Coach tomorrow as well. Our first one of the year. That one's sponsored by JobAdder. So hopefully we'll see you there as well. Any questions that you've got, any challenges, stick them in the chat and we'll look forward to dealing with those. Brilliant. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye.